So you want to achieve your goals. That's great. That's amazing. We both want to achieve our goals. So I will not waste your time. I will go straight to the point. What I've seen is that you achieve your goals by becoming the person who can. And you probably don't know who I am. My name is Andrea Poneri, and my goal is to become the best version of myself and to help you out on the same way. So in the last few years, I've learned, tried out, and researched a lot about how to achieve our goals and about identity. And I've put together my own personal framework, which I call the Alchemy of Self, which I use to achieve all my goals. And I will put it in the description down below, a template just for you and the summary of this video, so you have everything down there. What I've personally seen that I had to do every single time when I wanted to achieve my goals was to actually define my goals, to understand who I needed to become in order to achieve those goals. Then I had to understand how I could become that person. And the last and most important thing was to actually take action. But it has not always been that way, bro. Imagine it was the beginning of my self-improvement journey, and it started with the goal of building my dream physique. So I started out and I started the first few times with 2-hour workouts at home. And as you can guess, I gave up after just a few days. I had no motivation left over. Then I learned about identity, I learned about habits, and I learned how to actually achieve my goals. When I actually focused more on the identity part, on building the identity of someone who has his dream physique, then I actually succeeded. And so what we can learn from this story is that it's not that much about the goal itself, because many people have that goal. It's about becoming the person who makes achieving that goal inevitable. It's about identity. So remember this phrase. It's probably the most important one of this video. We don't achieve goals, we achieve characters. But first, we actually have to define our goals. Does it make sense to start thinking about who do I need to become in order to achieve my goals if I don't even know what my goals are? Me personally, I've seen that it makes more sense to start by defining my goals, to start by knowing what I want to achieve. And so how do we do that? What I did was to take out pen and paper and to ask myself the following questions. What do I really want? What do I really want? What would make my life an ongoing and happy holiday? What am I obsessed about? What do I really deep down want to achieve? So now that we know what we actually want to achieve, the next step that I've identified is to define who we need to become or how we need to become in order to make that goal inevitable. And I do that by asking myself, which qualities would I need to have or would make the achievement of that goal inevitable? How should I need to be in order to achieve that goal? And then we get to the next step, which is to actually understand how we can become that way. And I've seen that there is a big difference between knowing how you need to become and actually knowing how you can become that person. And on that way, I've seen that beliefs make a very big difference. So it may sound crazy, but what we believe to be true will actually be true for us. And so if we are able to change our beliefs, then we will change our reality. So I asked myself, what would need to be true in order to make me become that person? What would I need to believe in order to make me become that way? So you will come up with many things, like for example, if you want to get to 10K a month in your business, then you need to be good at sales and you need to be good at talking. So what would need to be true? It would need to be true that you're the best person you've ever seen in your life when it comes to sales. Closing deals just comes natural to you. It's easy and you speak with 100% conviction. And you can literally convince anyone. Doesn't matter if you know that you can really help that person. So this was just an example of the goal, the identity, and then what would need to be true in order to actually become that way. And now we come to the most important step, which is to actually act, to bridge the gap between believing something and making it become true. And we do that by very, very simply acting in every single moment as if we already were that person. Literally repeating over and over and over again those beliefs that you have written down. And if you want to know exactly how to bridge that gap, I've already done this video about it and I will put it in the description down below. So you can go and check it out to know exactly how to act in order to become he who can. And so I want to remember you a very, very key mindset that I have to remember myself every time, and which has literally become kind of like a mantra for me. And it is that we don't achieve goals, we achieve characters. I know that this may sound crazy to you if it's the first time that you hear about identities and goals, but the thing is that the more I learn about goal achievement, the more I try out, the more I understand that it's not about the goals that much. Yeah, the goals are the things that you will actually achieve, but it's much more about the identity. Because if, very simply, we are not the person who can achieve that goal, then we will not achieve it. We have first to become the person who can achieve that goal, which makes the achievement of the goal inevitable. When we have become that person, then it will be inevitable. And so if this video actually helped you on the way towards becoming the best version of yourself, then subscribe, because as I said, my mission is to become that best version of myself and to help you out in the same way. And then remember the most important thing: we could literally die today, so why not living like it? Why not being who we want to be, doing what we want to do, and most importantly, feeling every single moment to 100%. Wish you all the best and see you in the next video, bro. Phew.